We talk about climate change, we talk about economic growth and sustainability, we talk about how artificial intelligence might impact this landscape, or why, when people are presented with what seem to be really sensible solutions, they choose to ignore them and go on doing maybe what they have traditionally been doing. So we investigate all of those sorts of topics, and we also engage in facilitation training. Because the problems that we face collectively are complex by nature, they are multi-sided. They involve diverse and sometimes contending stakeholders.
Jeannie with the Center for Anticipatory Intelligence was talking to me before we got started today, and she was telling me that one of the things that she's trying to do in her program is to get people to come together to talk about solutions and to get people to work together. And that's something that I'm really proud of our community, and something they did when it comes to housing.
Is we need to have more water in the Great Salt Lake because we're a long ways away from healthy levels. But that's something that we all, as citizens of Utah, will get to decide in the next little bit. And those choices will matter. And so being informed on how we make decisions on water uses, as well as informed on the policy choices we make as society, will make a big difference.
It says modern life is literally built on resources such as oil, natural gas, wood products, minerals, and such, and continues to rely on them for its upward economic trajectory. But these resources have finite limits. These are things that we have stated in the thesis as if they are fact. And now the question is, should we accept the premises of this conference? Well, it's natural to believe that that's the premise, because here we have a relationship between real GDP in the United States and energy consumption, and they move in lockstep.
The data and the physics is telling us is a very different story, and that story is this: that economic growth on a global scale will end. And the probability that this is going to happen pretty soon is really pretty high. And this is a pretty scary narrative when we're told that everything good in our lives has come from growth. It's less scary, though, when we start to understand that lots of the things that are not so good in our lives has also come from economic growth. And it's in this piece of information that we have some pretty good news. Because if we can navigate this well, this transition away from a growth-based imperative economic paradigm will be a very, very good thing.
My hot take has very little to do with economic growth, that side or that side, but the benefit of coming together and having a discussion. And the fact that Rob and Craig can sit next to each other. I think this is a great opportunity.